Kan, shalom, all praise to Yahawah, Bashim, Yahawashi, Bashim, Kakadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone, and salutations to the hopeful electors pushing his truth in sincerity. This video is about how a lot of kids are go missing in the state of Ohio around the age of 14 till 19 years old.
Please stop scrolling. This is really important. Elijah Walker, 17, Ohio, went missing May 23rd. Lakia Armour, 16, went missing in Ohio, May 23rd. Ian Bletcher, 17 years old, Ohio, went missing May 24th. Emmanuel Moreland, 16 years old, Ohio, went missing May 22nd. Kiera Griffin, 16 years old, Ohio, went missing May 24th. Parrish Smith Jr., 14, Ohio, went missing May 23rd. My question to the state of Ohio is, why are there so many black children between the ages of 19 and 14 going missing within the same month, and nobody is talking about this? These are our brothers and sisters who went missing from the same city around the same age at the same time, and they're all black. Boost this video and demand that the state of Ohio give us answers. This is too much of a coincidence for it to be blown off and not given any news coverage. Find these black kids.
And the answer actually lays in the fact that we're dealing with a satanic sacrifice on this earth. For the ones who are not known with these things, this is the SRA, the list of satanic ritualistic holidays, which is the agenda. And as you heard in the video, the woman showed you that around May, around the last the ending of May, most predominantly, these children actually got abducted. So when you look at these days here, you got June 21, a feast day, summer solstice, which is taking place orgies, oral, anal, vaginal, animal, and or human sacrifices, any age, male or female or animals. Then you have demons revel, a Jewish sexual association with demons. And then it goes on to July 2026, where it says abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding of sacrificial victim for grand climax. You gotta understand that these elites are occupied with sacrifices onto their powers, man. And a lot of children are going missing because they get sacrificed, they get abducted, and they get sacrificed onto their powers, onto their God. And that's the answer. So, of thinking that you're going to find these children back, that's not going to happen, man. These children are long gone. But the understanding, the awareness needs to be spread concerning what is taking place on this globe. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And that's what they do. They abduct men, women, children, and they sacrifice them unto their power, Satan. You have all kind of idols, Molech, let's get that, in the book of Leviticus. And our people have been partakers as well of these things, for prosperity, for money, for riches, for power. They sacrifice their own children. But a lot of our people get abducted, and they get sacrificed onto their power, man. It says Leviticus 18 and 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord Yahawah. So the example given over here is actually speaking about Molech. They sacrifice their children for the receiving of gifts, presents, power, all those things. And that's the same thing that the elites that are ruling this earth, because the scripture says it in the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau's ruling the earth. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Yeah, and the judges, he even has the judges in his pocket, man. The judges are occupied with child molestation, pedophilia, sacrificing children, drinking of blood, aiming for the adrenochrome. They do these things. The whole Epstein a scandal concerning a whole island where they do all kind of grievous and horrible atrocities. All of it is taking place here on earth. Behind closed doors, secretively, these things are taking place. The book of Nahum. The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. Woe means lamentation, mourning, and destruction to the bloody city. Talking about America. Mystery Babylon. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. Yeah, because they lie about everything. They're not even, and they hide things. They're not even speaking about the amount of children that are missing over there in Ohio. They hide it. There's so many lewd, so many wicked things taking place on this globe right now that it's too much to even report everything that is taking place. And that's why the Lord placed a spirit on the prophets to cover these things and to speak about these things. We're living in evil times where you truly gotta be circumspect. You gotta be well aware of your surroundings in these days, because the devil is truly roaring and looking around whom he may devour, whom he can sacrifice, man. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain. You got to think about the amount of people that have been slaughtered, butchered, for capturing and conquering that place called America, aka Mystery Babylon. And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of the corpses. They stumble upon the corpses. The amount of bloodshed, the carcasses, the slain that has been taking place in America, in all other countries where they invade, where they wage war against. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mysteries of witchcraft that selleth nations to her whoredoms and families to her witchcraft. And that's America, man. America is known for the witchcraft, the pharmakia, the medicine, the poison, the sacrifices, the satanic rituals, to receive power, to receive guidance, instructions from Satan. The incantations, the summoning up of demons. This is what the elites are doing on the left hand side. Let me get a quick precept. And many people are simply not aware of the fact that this is taking place. So they might be in darkness concerning why a lot of children are missing, why why these children are missing and what's happening with these children, man. We in this truth know, because the Most High reveals everything to the Spirit, to the Scriptures, unto his servants. Let's get that first, and then we jump to it. The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Everything that is taking place has already been revealed unto the prophets, why these things are taking place and who's doing what. The elites, the wicked, behind closed doors, operating in the dark. They snatch, they abduct children, and they do satanic rituals with these children, man. Tapping blood, drinking blood, sacrificing these children unto their power, to receive more power. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices. And our people been walking in the ways of the heathen, man. You know, they've been walking in the ways of the heathens in Egypt, sacrificing unto Molech. In the time of, let me get that, man. Our people been doing these things as well. In, what is it, in Jeremiah? What is it, in Jeremiah 11? If I'm not wrong. See, and the Lord even said, like, go and cry unto the gods which you have chosen, because they didn't choose Yahawah Ba'ashim Yashai. They made sacrifices unto idols, and it displeased the Most High, you know, and that's why the Most High brought judgment even on his own people for doing this evil. Where is that scripture where it speaks about Tophet? Where they slaughtered, let me get it over there. Is it 19? Here. The book of Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 30. For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, saith the Lord. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to pollute it. And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I commanded them not, neither came it into my heart. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. For they shall bury in Tophet till there be no place. Hey, and the Lord is doing these things, man, because our people been going wickedly off, man. Wickedly off in not obeying the Most High's commandments, going into the way of the heathens, man. And to show you that the heathens been occupied in these things, you can get it in, what is it, in Psalms 106, verse... Yeah, 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served the idols which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. That's why you also have the whole music industry. The music industry exists out of sacrificing not only yourself but also your children. That's why you see, Will Smith is a prime example. Will Smith and what happens with his children, Jaden, Smith, what is the other? His daughter Willow. You look at what is happening with them. They're getting sacrificed unto the devil. And the sacrifice exists out of many ways. It's not only a blood sacrifice or a sacrifice existing out of sexual illicit fornication being done with the children, but a sacrifice is also taking place by the way of gender, turning them inside out, making them gender neutral, or that madness, turning them upside down, man. Those are also sacrifices unto the devil. So back in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of bloods. You see, and that's what you see when you look at this, when you go into this SRA, the Satanic Ritual Agenda. Abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding of sacrificial victim for the grand climax. These things are taking place, man. July grand climax, 5 weeks, 1 day after summer solstice. Oral, anal, vaginal, human sacrifices, female, child, adult. It's all emotion, man. St. James Day, gathering of herbs. What type of herbs? You see, so the same thing, like how you have righteousness on the right hand side, you have the devil working on the left hand side, doing his evil. They got their rituals of receiving guidance, power, instructions, etc. on the left hand side. So the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 6. With their priests out of the midst of the idolatrous crew, and their parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help. You see, so, and you have those that even sell their children into these things, acting as if they don't know anything. These things take place as well. I'm not saying that it's taking place right now with all of them that go missing, but you gotta understand that people in a desperate estate do desperate things. They even sacrifice their own children. You know, there's no new thing under the sun. They did these things in the past, and they will do it again in this present time. When we jump to the book of Ephesians, the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. We have no part in what they do. We speak about it, we expose them, and we tell them what the Lord is going to do with them, for it is evil. We also mention concerning the ones that even think about it and execute the sacrificing of their own children unto these idols, what the Lord is going to do with them. It says, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secrets. They have dungeons, they have castles, they have mansions, they have places upon this earth where there's no one allowed except the elites. There's complete control, complete how do you say, man, guarding taking place, cameras being placed. They know exactly who is on their territory, so to say, when they do these wicked things, man. Sacrifices, blood rituals, abductions, sex magic, you name it, man. And they know about it. They're all in cahoots. They all know about it. But then when the cameras are on their face, they smile, they portray, they act. But as soon as the doors are closed, they do their wickedness. They magnify, they encourage each other in doing more wicked and abominable atrocities on this earth. And it's our duty to cover it, to shine that light upon it, and to expose the evil on this earth for what they do. Boom. Let's go back to the book of Nahum, because that is what's taking place, man. They're being exposed to the spirit and power of Yahawashi. The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 5. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Pizzagate scandal, Epstein scandal, the amount of children that are going missing in America is beyond numbers can even express. People don't even know how many people go missing. You got a lot of immigrants, illegal people coming over here, which are not even documented. Just trying to fathom how humongous, how grievous the amount of missing people truly are on this globe. People that are trying to get over America, trying to find a better place, get separated, families get separated, children getting removed from their parents. These type of things are taking place in huge numbers. And what do you think that is happening with these children that go missing, that are no longer with their parents? And this is all part of prophecy, man. The scripture did say about how we would be given into the hand of the enemy, and that he would separate you from your parents, and that there will be no might in your hand. There was nothing you can do in order to prevent or to protect your children from this wicked devil, man. Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all day long, and there shall not be might in thine hand. Yeah, because they will be taken away, and there's nothing you can do. They can just separate when a person might be illegally. You got a lot of them from Mexico moving towards America. You got a lot of our people in this case, because most of them were so-called black. They are abducted, taken away. The police says they're doing the investigation, they're putting in work, but they're not covering these things in the media. They're not letting the people know in the media about the amount of children that went missing in that time span in that state only. Because it's too much. It's too much to cover, to mention, to show. They rather don't show and they don't speak about it, so that people will not ask questions, because this ain't no coincidence. If people find out and listen and hear about the amount of people that go missing in that time span at that place, that state, immediately people would start questioning, like, what is truly going on? What is going on? But this has been taking place for quite some time. So people have actually, till a certain degree, kept away from the truth and been conditioned by the methods of the devil, man. But to the spirit and power of the Most High, they're being exposed. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee foul, and will set thee a gazing stock. Yeah, because now more and more is being known about the fact that you have these abductions, these sexual, satanic, ritualistic madness that they do. More and more is being known. More and more scandals are being exposed by the devil. And this is the precursor onto the downfall of the wicked. First, the exposure takes place. They get exposed for what they do. The righteous, the elect, is being woken up by the Most High, and after that the judgment comes. The destruction comes upon those that are walking contrary unto the Most High. Judgment. It says, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh, which is America, is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? Hey, they cannot be comforted, man. The Lord is doing a beautiful work upon this earth, man, and He's using the prophets in order to destroy this place. 1 Timothy 1:9, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and mothers, and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for warmongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for man-stealers. Esau is a man-stealer. For liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to the sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed power, which was committed to me by trust, to my trust. You see, so and that's why the law is established, and that's why every time when we speak, we are grievous unto them, because we expose their deeds, and we tell them blatantly what the Lord is going to do with them. And they don't like that, man. They don't like it when they hear the spirit of the Most High flowing out of those that are doing the will of the Most High. The ambassadors of the Most High are representing Yahawah. So every time when we speak, every time when we cover things, they get upset. They don't like it, man. But guess what? We don't care. This needs to be said. They need to hear what's going to happen with them, and they need to be punished for the wicked things that they do upon this earth. Yep. Hey, yeah, Ben, but that I'm going to end it, man. Shalom.